So that's it. This is Nigeria right now. Action. This is Nigeria right now with Dixon Irobu. Today my guest is Ambassador Umar Damagum, the acting chairman of the People's Democratic Party. He will join me shortly. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Please, the hot seat. How is Nigeria treating you?
Very bad.
Bad, go?
I can't go home, and you know what is happening. Everyone is hungry.
You're from Yobe State?
Yes.
It's 1 year already. Everyone is saying, oh, 1 year, is it enough? Is it enough from your perspective of this administration? Is it 1 year?
More than enough.
It's more than enough?
Yeah. If you are looking to govern people, you must have a plan. You just come and bounce on people with no plan to better their life, and you start giving arbitrary issues that are coming on here and there, and at the same time policies that are anti-people. You know, before you roll out your policies, you should know the effect on the population. More so, Nigerian population, you have more than 3/4 of that population are still living within from hand to mouth. So all policies should be people-oriented. You just don't wake up and roll out policies that is anti-people. Yes, they may want to do what has not been done in the future, but if you notice, you should hear the yearning of the people. We have had course to rebut our policies when PDP was in power. If you remember very well, during Jonathan, there was an increment, fuel prices, people were crying, and he has to. And government is about people. Whatever it takes, you don't force the burden on people to bear.
Yeah.
You are supposed to lift up the burden of that. That's what government is all about. But this government is very insensitive.
1 to 10, how will you rate the government?
Maybe 2.
2?
Yeah.
That's abysmal failure.
Of course. Everyone is crying. I believe before you came here, you were complaining, you couldn't fill your tank.
I'm a Nigerian, so I know what you're talking about.
So,
but what is the opposition? You're the leader of the major opposition party. Everybody seems to say, oh, we don't know whether PDP is even still around. We're not hearing from PDP.
Yeah, you know, we just came out of election.
It's 1 year already.
It's 1 year, but we've almost spent almost 7 months in courts, you know, trying to survive all the onslaughts. You have seen what is happening with the judiciary. You know, even where we won, they are trying to take it back by another means. And you've seen that this election, how it was conducted. And the people in charge today, everyone knows them. Decorum is not in their
playbook.
So we have to be very, first of all, cautious. Let us consolidate on so far the gains we have done, and to the glory of God, we are out of court now. We are facing first internal challenges within the party that is trying to bring everyone on board. You don't go out into opposition when your house is not in disarray. Yeah.
Is the PDP internally together or not? What is the state?
No more than that, because PDP is still one PDP. What we try to do when we came on board is to make sure that we have a stable party. It is when you have a stable party that you say you have a party. So our role is to take all the bashing on behalf of
of the party.
The party. And you know, we just came out of an election. And
Yes.
you know what happened during that election. You are a Nigerian, like you said.
Yes.
If you start sitting down to start blame game, then you are not going anywhere.
You've been receiving bashing here and there. If you're even accused of working for APC, it is out there in the public domain that you seem to be loyal to the FCT minister.
Well,
who
first
obviously
question
is not.
I will ask you, did the FCT minister tell you he's APC? So how does APC comes here? You know those that are working for the APC.
You're not working for APC?
Who is APC? Since 1998, when I joined this party, I've never contemplated, even in dream, of leaving this party. You know that I'm from Yobe. We are in the opposition. I have the latitude to do like others. When it didn't work, I jumped ship. I'm not that kind of politician that jump when things are not working for them. I have been consistent in this party, and I believe that this is the party of the people that has structure all over the country, and it's still a brand that it's unchallengeable. You can form all kind of concoction. PDP will come as one individual party. We have always come out of our challenges, no matter, you see, all insinuation. And issue of being accused of working for Wike. Who is Wike? Is
the
that a
FCT
member
minister
of the party? I'm the chairman. Who will work for one? No, tell me. Because you see, people have created a narrative for themselves. Yes, Wike played a role during this election that we are all not happy with. Those people that are challenging me are only able to challenge me if they link me with Wike, so that they will give me that bad perception. And I dare them to come out with any evidence that links me to any APC. The thing is, I'm not doing their bidding. That is why they are not happy. And I will not do it. This party will
outlive you.
Lift all of us. People that have been there are no more today, and the party still exists.
Yeah.
People have left this party, they came back. So if I allow the party to degenerate because of personal interest, then that means there won't be any party for other people to come back and join. Let me just give you a common example. All this issue about the members of assembly of Rivers, which I know.
Yes. I'm going to go there.
You will go there.
Yes.
When they defected, the party went to court. We were expecting Rivers State to support that aspect. They too went to court. But what happened? At the end of the day, Tinubu called the governor and asked him to withdraw all these things, and they went and withdrew it. So sometimes you get worried. Whose side are you? And if you see our statement as a party, we have consistently said that as far as we are concerned,
they are former members.
They have defected. So how does it now correlate with this question you are asking me?
The point is that if the party went to court and the governor had earlier gone to court and the president intervened, and you mean they withdrew the case from court?
Are you not aware?
I want to confirm that. That's what it is.
Because they gave him a condition,
yes,
which he all fulfilled. And I remember very well, after he came out from after fulfilling this condition, we still as a party said that is their personal arrangement. As far as we are concerned, we remain steadfast on the earlier statement we made.
Is it right in the first place that it was an outsider that was meddling in your affairs?
When this kind of things are happening, we have leaders that have been there on top. And this kind of responsibility lays on the hand. When leaders decide to choose side, you know, they've lacked that responsibility to act. And as a party, we have called the governor at that particular time Unfortunately, he could not come. We have asked the Governors Forum to intervene. We met with the Governors Forum. We told them, this is the thing. This one is your colleague. This one is your former colleague. And they said they will form a committee to intervene. At least, it's not that the party has not made effort. But we are also frustrated by the fact that when we were expecting all of them to come to us, we see them, both of them, taking visit to the president or being called by the president. Where are our leaders who are former this, former that in this country? Why didn't they also make effort? So it's not only the leadership of the party, it's a collective responsibility. As a party,
it's not a one-man show.
It's not a one-man show. What I cannot do, if you have the capacity to do it, you act because you are doing it for your party.
True.
But it's very easy today if you are in a leadership. The spotlight is on you. So every little thing, they blow it and make it an issue. But there are certain things are better not discussed because it will be an explosion. On this my seat, I have seen a lot of reports from various states on the role of every leader of this party during
the election.
And the best thing we told ourselves as NWC is that let us consolidate on stabilizing this party.
And reconciling the party.
Reconciling.
Looking back now, do you think that the party did well not upholding its constitution, which clearly captures the interests of all by allowing for zoning and all of that? Is it not the party that gave room for members to now go haywire?
Let me tell you something. At that particular time,
yes,
why the party left the zoning open was the circumstances.
What circumstances are?
The party is already polarized along all this northern, southern, whatever. And if you take a step, then you stand the chance of, losing one side of the divide. We said, okay, fine. Let the most popular amongst the candidates who has electoral value, who can help in winning that election. As such, we threw it open. Most governors have aspired for that position. Eventually, the most popular at that particular time emerged.
Let's look beyond PDP now. Yeah. Do you think that for us to at least have everybody have a sense of belonging in Nigeria, that at every point in time, for instance, Southerner is in power now, at the end of 8 years, will it be right for another Southerner to emerge as president of Nigeria, just like it was in 2023? Looking back now, do you think it was right?
Let me tell you the history. This issue was truncated during the term of Jonathan. You know it very well. That Eradua came, he spent 2 years, Jonathan took over. That is after Obasanjo. And did 2 years. He was asked, okay, let him add another term. He did another term. And he wanted to go for second term. At the expense of the North. That was one of the first mistakes we did as a party. If he has conceded, and at that time,
a Northerner got the ticket.
To get the ticket.
Possibly PDP wouldn't have lost in 2015.
Yes, we have other issues, but possibly it wouldn't have been so. Of course, naturally, in every society, people express their displeasure to certain actions. Of course, the result, you've seen what has happened. People left the party, fought against the party, and we lost. So we are mindful of that fact that the agitation then, 2023, is that the North has been shortchanged. They want that slot of the balance of that leadership. Maybe coming forward, we'll see what the situation unveils. When people are yearning for something and they feel
aggrieved,
this is their right at this particular time, you have to listen to them.
Okay.
You don't block your ears.
It's all right. We'll take a break and we'll come back and engage further. This is Nigeria Right Now with Dixon Irebu. My guest today is the acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Ambassador Umar Damagum. We'll be right back. Welcome right back. Nigeria Right Now with Dixon Irebu. My guest is still here, the acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Ambassador Umar Damagum. Your Excellency, the member representing Idato, who is a member of your party, had a press conference the other day and reeled out a lot of things against your leadership. What is the relationship with your party and members of the National Assembly? Yeah, that is PDP members in the National Assembly. What is your relationship with them? Very
cordial. But the person, the question...
Honorable Ikenga Ugachinyere,
that person you are talking about,
yes,
you know his stock in trade.
Do I?
You know very well.
What is the stock in trade?
Merchandise. This is what he knows best. Somebody has paid him to come and be a nuisance. I don't regard this thing. You heard him. He was accusing us of and the legal advisor being given $2 million. And he came to say they have not yet authenticated that. He was saying it himself.
Were you given $2 million?
What will I be doing here talking to you to see your BS? If I have $2 million, maybe I would go and do something. You see, this kind of accusation can only stand when there are facts. And depending on the person, the character
of the person accusing you.
Of the person accusing you. You understand? He came here talking about rivers and what have you. What business does he have? He's from Imo State.
He's from Imo State, yes, but he's a member of your party, and he's worried. He's worried that your party is about to lose rivers.
That is his stock in trade. I've told you this. You know, we know where all these things are coming from. But as leaders, I'm ready to take more bashing as long as this party will not be factionalized. And the only way to go about is to refuse to be swayed into anybody's side. We'll do what is right. We are guided by what is right. We've done a lot of things in this NWC, but nobody is commending us. Take a recent primaries we've had from Ondo and Edo. There has never been a primary as transparent as this in recent time. But nobody is saying you people did well there. And what we did was to say, okay, let's take it back to the people. Let people decide.
After all, that's the slogan of your party.
Exactly. And this is what we are trying to do. We've refused to be pocketed by any single individual.
What about the merits in the allegations against you? For instance, that, there's plan to recall according to you in this same interview, that those 27 former lawmakers, from your perspective, that there is a plan to bring them back through the back door.
Maybe if you know like about that plan, you can tell me.
No, Ikenga Ugachinyere accused you that you were doing that.
I don't want to join issue with that character.
So the position of the party on that rivers issue is what?
You have seen we have been consistent. So if you ask me about what that character is talking about, I can't go so low.
What's your relationship with the governor of Rivers State?
Very cordial. If he called me, we talk, and I called him, and we talk, and we discuss freely. I have no any problem with the governor of Rivers.
And you have no problem also with the FCT minister?
I have no problem with him. He's a member of this party.
Who will you rather tilt towards as a leader now?
I just told you that I refuse to tilt toward anybody. I refuse to do. I will do what is right. At the same time, mind you, I'm only a chairman. I have a working committee. Every decision that I'm going to take is going to be
Collective.
a collective decision. So don't make emphasis on the chairman. The chairman is only a figurehead. But there are certain decisions.
But it's a powerful seat.
Yeah, it is.
Chairman's seat is a very
That's
powerful
why I'm
seat.
taking a lot of bashing. Who accused you for taking anything?
They wouldn't accuse me.
Of course.
I'm not occupying any
Yeah.
seat.
But state is very vital for this party. That's why when I came on board, there was this agitation that we should dismiss the former governor and,
The FCT.
And the G5. That time, this crisis has not started. And I asked myself, okay, if I suspend him now and he carries all the fortune of this party to the other side, have I done the correct thing?
You would have thrown away the baby and the bathwater.
You understand? After all, most of the agitators for this suspension go back to their states. What value have they added to the party? You don't just sit down and feel because you agree with somebody or your personal hatred for somebody. You want the party to act along your own thinking.
Okay.
The party doesn't do that.
It's not a personal thing.
It's not a personal thing.
Okay, let's bring in a recent thing happened where the former governor of Anambra State, the presidential candidate of Labour Party, who was a member of your party, but recent visitations, like the visit he made to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the visit to the former governor of Jigawa State, Alhaji Sule Lamido, and things Saraki and all that. What's happening? Is there any plan? Has he reached out to you? Is there any plan?
Well, he has not visited me.
Is he coming back to your party?
I am not a prognoser to be going about trying to know what his visit is all about.
Would you want him to come back to your party?
Not only him, every other person that has been in this party, we want him back. We want the party to come. The party, like I told you, is a brand that you can't take away from.
It's a big umbrella.
Exactly. So it will accommodate all of us. And we are making steps in that direction. And by the glory of God, you see, APC is campaigning for us. With all these policies, all these hardships they are implementing, and they are nonchalant. And you know, the surprising thing is that Nigerians, we forget very easily. To me, if you are electing a president, look at the party that brought him. What has he done the previous years? What had the party done the previous years? Let that be part of your parameter that you want to take a decision on who to vote. But they went and did what they do, even though that election we know how it all ended. But today, it's another lesson for all of us.
This talk about alliance or merger, what is the true position?
Well, the true position is that the party has not been approached.
Has not been approached?
Has not been approached. Maybe individuals are talking about that, but as I'm telling you, as of today, we've not had any discussion as a party with any group.
And the party is not also looking towards reaching out. Can the PDP oust APC on its own by itself without forming some form of having some form of alliance?
When APC came on board, they didn't have the governors we had, and they won.
But so they had political parties merging to become APC.
How many political parties?
We had ACN, we had CPC, we had a faction of ABGA, and other.
How many governors are all in all?
What is important is that there was some form of alliance. It's about people, not about governors.
Let me tell you, PDP has structure all over this country, and this structure still exists.
So can PDP do it alone?
Still exist. look at our performance. The indicators are there. So PDP can stand alone and win this election. But the more the merrier.
So PDP is open to talks for alliance or merger?
Yeah, if they come, but PDP as it is a solid party, and they can come in and join us. But I don't think for now we are contemplating on changing our name for any political party that has no any fortune or no add value to.
But some of your members are also living in droves, like the former governor of Imo State, Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, and even in Abia State, people are leaving your party in droves. What's your reaction to that?
They have told you their reasons.
No, I want to get your reaction to the particularly
Why
Right
are you
Honorable
not
Emeka
particular
Ihedioha.
about those coming to the party? They are only concerned about those leaving the party.
It's important to know that former governor, as you know, Emeka Ihedioha could leave. What is the grievance?
Even during his time, people have left that party when he was held in sway. The Ararumes, the Hakims, even the present governor. Left.
He said he left because of PDP seemed to have lost his bearing and lost the purpose of his formation.
We shall see when the time comes. Change is constant. You go, someone comes.
2027 is already, the politics is playing out already. As a major political leader in Nigeria, I'm sure the pressure is already mounting up and all that. What is 2027 looking like? Looking directly in your crystal ball.
2027, you know, it's an opportunity for PDP to put its acts together, correct the mistakes it has done, and get back what rightfully belongs to it. We made our own mistakes, but we've learned from our mistakes, and I don't think going forward we'll contemplate on making such mistakes before. Do more membership drive. At the same time, take them to the cleaners.
Them who now?
The present government. You know, we know what is happening. We know, so we'll come out and take them to the cleaners. Change is imminent. You can't continue along that line.
If the president of Nigeria were to be watching this interview now, is there any area that you think you may just have a word of advice for his leadership?
Yeah, you see, governance is about people. When you reel out a policy and people are crying, you should have the heart to either dissent or change or modify, so that at least the pains that those policies have inflicted on your citizens is being lifted up. It's not about the issue of ego or the issue of I know all. It should be about the feelings of who you govern.
Yeah.
Once you are governing and people are not happy, then you should ask yourself, what am I doing that is wrong? Then it's not out of place if you change your ways. So I'm urging them to look at all these policies, especially the issue of these new tariffs and all these arbitrary taxes
and all
that they are putting. Economy cannot grow when you tax people.
True.
You are just like robbing the people from their livelihood.
True.
So how do they build the economy when you are already taking it from them? And if they don't build the economy, then even the growth will not be there.
True.
So they should have a rethink of their ways.
I think it's a good place to leave it.
Thank you.
Ambassador, thank you very much. Ambassador Umar Damagum, acting chairman of the People's Democratic Party. He's been our guest. Next week when we come, we'll be engaging further on this same show, Nigeria Right Now.